What's good? What's good? What's good, folks? Peace and blessings to you this Saturday evening. This is the After Hours. Let's get into it. Yo. Welcome to another edition of Assembly of Excellence, but this is the After Hours. What is good? What is good? What is good? We are back, folks. Sound effects, soundboard. Yes. We got to talk. Happy Saturday. I hope all is well with each and every single one of you. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a good day or a bad day. As long as it is a day, you should be in great spirits. And quite frankly, I don't care what's going on. I'm going to celebrate just the fact that I am here with you, that I am here breathing this fresh air one more time. Now, if you haven't had an opportunity to get to know me or any of the prior guests that have graced this stage, definitely stay tuned. More is to come. But I'd be amiss if I didn't mention the fact that there are a number of conversations, a number of topics that we have covered over the course of 4 months alone that should be highlighted, should be seen. There's a lot of wisdom, a lot of jewels that have been dropped. If you haven't had a chance to check out any of this, check the catalog out. It speaks for itself. But we here to vibe, talk some shit, talk some real stuff. I don't ever want to be censored or put in a box in terms of what I speak my mind on. A lot of people, for whatever reason, they have to have this grandiose standout performance to be able to just be themselves. I'm just going to be me and say what's on my mind and how I feel about what I'm viewing in this world, because a lot of this shit is ugly. A lot of it needs to be spoke on more, needs to be seen. People need to be exposed to the realities that we live around. We're not zombies. That's the wholehearted truth. We are not zombies. We are supposed to feel and have empathy, and we are supposed to either learn the hard way or take wisdom and carry it with honor, dignity, and respect, and nurture and treat it as such. But for whatever reason, we are blue pilled. A lot of stuff just doesn't matter anymore. Maybe, I guess, you have to conform and walk in a certain light in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve. You got to suck up and kiss ass to be somebody, boy. Well, I tell you one thing. I'm somebody and you're somebody. And the people that we speak on or we discuss in these subjects are somebody. somebody's loved ones, someone's family. And because of the wickedness and the deception and lies that are constantly being preached to us on a daily basis, so many of our loved ones are being damaged, destroyed, and ruined. I wish to speak against it. But before we get into this live stream, I want to put this out there too. Shout out to Sly Hagashi. He is the one who has provided me with this intro for After Hours. Check him out if you haven't. I will be featuring more artists, more content creators over the course of this year and moving forward, because it's about community. I can't do this without them. They can't move without the right support. I don't see why anyone should be able to not lift another person up without there being a objective or a itinerary. So be on the lookout. I don't know when and where, but you're going to notice the shift. It's already started, but you're going to see it more frequent. Also, I just started a hotline. Help me help you. 301 818 9358. For anyone who is feeling like they have no hope, like they have no voice, or they have no one to talk to, you can reach out to me on that number. Matter of fact, something just came across my thoughts. I'll make sure that I note that down later on. But this hotline is specifically for anyone who is depressed or going through something and you might need an extra ear. I will be here 7 days out of the week, maybe not on Sundays. Let's make it 6 days out of the week, from noon to evening, because I do work. But I do want to offer some level of assistance, just from brother to brother or sister, whichever you are. You are loved, you are needed, you are appreciated, and I will provide as much help as I possibly can, if I can, if you allow me to. Now, I told you we had something to talk about tonight. This video is going to describe a little more detail with a few things that I've spoken on before, but I think that you need to hear it for yourself. Maybe you will appreciate hearing multiple voices speak on this matter. Open your eyes and your ears, people. You know what's interesting about this video that I'm about to play? It is no different than you having a conversation with someone on the phone, and either you're seeking advice or you're giving it, or you're in a relationship. You're having your casual back and forth, and you're either used to them lying to you or you're used to them just being who they are. Whichever way the words that come through transcription alter our mind, our appearance, the way we walk and carry ourselves so often we don't even recognize and notice that it's really doing these changes until it is too late, until you've already experienced the aftershocks and you've gone through the hurricane. But what do I know, right? Well, this gentleman is going to describe the deception, the nuances that happen within the music industry when a person picks up the pen and pad and begins to form their thoughts, their concepts. You can't just write words without there being some type of symbolism to them. Everything has to have some purpose for it. Even if it's just nonsense that someone is rapping and you don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Everything has some semblance to it. And he's going to go down that road. So we're going to play this clip. And I will do what I do, which is share my thoughts. Let me know how you feel about this video afterwards. Would love to know. Without further ado.
About his life experiences, but if you're reading the Bible, you're going to catch these things. This is Andy Mineo. He has a song called Coming In Hot. I'm going to break down just a little bit of it at a time.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. Hey, we are demons. We're actually real, and we do a whole lot more than you actually think.
I'm going to make a toast because we still alive.
I'm going to make a toast because we're still alive. Yes, a lot of you guys don't know that some books have been removed from your 1611 King James Bible that actually talk about us dying by the sword. And when we die by the sword, we'll forever be known as evil spirits to torment humanity for the rest of their lives. By the way, it's also mentioned in Genesis, but since y'all don't read, y'all don't know about it. By the way, y'all, I'm pretending to be the demons, okay?
Oh, big. I feel like Pac. I shoot the shot.
No big, no Pac. I shoot the shot. Hey, y'all don't read the Bible and you don't know that your Most High God and your Savior actually says that we can be physical. We can actually kill people. We can give diseases and we can hurt you. But since y'all don't read the Bible, you don't know that. Oh, and by the way, Big and Pac, we had something to do with that, whether you believe it or not.
I'm coming in hot.
I'm coming in hot. Metaphors of hell. And guess what? It's going to go over your head because you think it's entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita.
I'm coming in hot, just like the fajita. More metaphors of hell. And guess what? We don't have anything to lose. We know where we're going, and our goal is to bring as many of you with us as possible.
I write what I live. My life in the speaker.
I write where I live. My life.
I got a Q&A for you folks. How many of you, by show of hands, think any of what he's saying so far is far-fetched? Is it really an exaggeration? If you look at Disney, Pixar, there are movies that depict magic, sorcery. There are shows, there are networks that produce your daily entertainment that promote and advertise whimsical adventures surrounding the idea that you can perform these magical, mystical, outlandish things, teleportation, spells, love spells, hate spells, voodoo. You have all of these different practices in the world, not even just in the areas of Hollywood, but just traditional ways of living in different countries and in different regions of the world. People practice all sorts of different doctrines that they really truly believe in. Why is that? Why do people have such a strong belief in dancing around fires, burning leaves, and killing animals and boiling them in water and shit? Why do people get on their knee to pray or create these crazy ass signs in the middle of their floor, pentagrams and shit like that? Why do people do that? Really stop to ask yourself, what's the purpose of that? There's a reason why people act and move in certain ways, especially in terms of speaking things out of their mouth. You know, the power of the tongue can tear down or it can build depending on what you're speaking into existence. So if there was no relevance to that argument, why do people do it?
In the speaker, we're in your music, people. We're in your movies too.
Period. It's crazy.
I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor.
I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor. Those demons are saying, we are nice with the flow. We write for every single last one of y'all. And when you think we're talking about demeanor, no, we're talking about demeanor. Demon.
I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron, while I got the steam.
I feed my fam. I feed the meter. Your Most High God actually says that we are a organized kingdom behind the scenes. The book of Matthew and your actual Savior tells you this. Y'all don't know that we do consider ourselves family. Demon of anger, demon of lust, demon of addiction, demon of pride. Two people are arguing. Guess who's involved? The demon of anger. If one person says something that makes some sense, the other person's like, oh, that makes sense. Guess who jumps in? The demon of pride. We got to keep this party going.
I just spoke on all of this on my last live.
You know what's interesting about what he just said? It doesn't matter how many times you have these conversations with somebody and you tell them the exact same shit. They still won't listen. They still won't hear. And you want and the reason is why is because of exactly what he just said. And I was just speaking on this earlier. And I actually talk about this a lot. For some reason, a lot of folks really just don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But the truth of the matter is anger, depression, lusting, having these fixations on vanity and you need to have the nicest whatever, all this stuff stems from one place, There's always an origin. Demonic spirits are real. They really exist. I can speak completely normal to you, but because there's something in the midst of our interaction, it can influence the way you perceive what I'm saying and change your entire mood, or vice versa. But what we like to do is we'll remove that component from the argument and we'll blame the party. That ain't got nothing to do with no heaven or hell, no spirits. That's just them being who they are. They're just naturally that way. So were you naturally born lustful? Were you naturally born addicted to crack? Were you naturally born being a fucking liar? Were you naturally born being deceptive and manipulative? Were you naturally born to seek and chase after men over 6 foot? If the answer is not even a definitive yes or no, and you have to try to argue your way out of that one, I will look at yourself a little bit closer. It's amazing to me how arrogant people can be when it comes to having rule over their own life. Like you think you're so above and you're so wise and you're so smart because you've lived inside of this vessel all of your life that you know everything about it. You know how it functions, you know how everything operates. Can't nobody tell you nothing about yourself. But how many people actually read the manual, the home warranty, the tiny little words that be in the pamphlet? How many people really do that versus actually opening the door and just playing around with shit and figuring it out? So what he's saying here basically is you can really be influenced by anything and everything if you're not really careful. If I said one complete sentence right now, within that sentence, there could be 2 or 3 words within that sentence that was designed and set in there purposely to get you to look at something and focus on something completely different than what the sentence was designed for. But no one wants to go that deep into it. It hurt people's brains, I guess.
Last night.
I bring the fire, but you never seen her.
I bring the fire, but you never seen her. Come on now. Those demons are saying, yo, we're going to bring a lot of y'all to hell and you didn't even see it coming. Trigger alert for a lot of people. So get yourself ready.
Testify, I don't need a subpoena.
I testify, I don't need a subpoena because you guys don't do your homework on demons. And you're not reading your Bible. You don't know that you have to give demons access to your body. Satan is clever.
We talked about this in our group chat.
Satan is clever. He is He has already tricked you into giving multiple pieces of access. Some examples. You were talking about Halloween earlier.
Christians celebrate Halloween. Former Satanist, who is now a pastor, says no.
Demon church, being trained by high-rank devil worshipers, warlock, and spiritual witches, training me to know how to take over territory, demonic contract, different demon territory, demons, principalities, first, second heaven. I was being trained all the way to the age of 35, sold my soul to the devil. I breathed, ate, and slept witchcraft. Astral projecting. I will astral project over region, leave my body, astral project, curse the region, because if I can curse the region, I can capture the people.
You're pretty discouraged that you see Christians celebrating Halloween. Why?
I don't know how you can cheat on God. I don't know how you can cheat on the Lord Jesus Christ, because I don't see Satan is coming on Good Friday and coming and hanging out with us. Why would you put your kids, your family, why would you put your purpose, your destiny, why would you put your whole eternity in a demonic altar?
But people say it's just fun.
You can't. I don't know what you believe. I don't know if you're someone who follows astrology, Buddha, fucking the Power Rangers. I don't know what the hell you listen to. I don't know what books you read. I don't know if you have faith. I don't know if you, whatever. Nothing he said. Matter of fact, debate it. Argue with me. Let me know I'm wrong or I'm tripping over anything that I'm saying. Please. See, here's my thing, right? Let's be realistic here. No one wants to go through negative emotions or feel pain or be spoken to like they're dumb or treated in a disrespectful way. Everybody wants to be treated respectfully and feel love and be joyful and happy. I don't think anyone here or in the world wants to go through the things that they go through, but let's say there has to be a source for the good and the bad that happens everywhere. If you're here, then you know I believe that God and Satan is real. And good and bad exist. The shit that is going on in Israel and in the Palestine, the shit that I've seen myself personally, you cannot convince me that demons and angels do not exist. Mr. Greg, I will give you a quick recap. This gentleman here is describing lyrics that have been encoded with demonic messaging. He's translating the song and giving you the true meaning within its context. And basically, what I'm saying here is that quite often we do it on a regular basis where we get into interactions on a daily basis with people, things, and we don't realize that within those conversations, there are messages that are hidden within the sentence designated and designed to alter the course of your life. We do it as regular civilians living our life on a daily basis, clock in, clock out, store, laundry, clean, shower, entertain friends, family, relationships. We do that alone just within that spectrum. But imagine this on a larger scale where millions of people are subjected to it. Social media, TV, radio, your favorite singers, your favorite musicians. This man right here is breaking down one person's lyrics. This is just one person. Now, I'll say this too. Disclaimer. You don't have to go off of what I said or what he said. If you really want to know if it's the truth or not, do the research. Don't be lazy. Find out for yourself if what he's saying is real.
Fun candy. Kids are having costumes on.
But these candy, people from different walks of life pray over these candies. Witchcraft. They pray over the candies. You knock on people's door. You don't know the person that you're not gonna know she's a witch. Okay, you don't know she's a witch. She's doing Wicca. She's practicing New Age, and you knock on the door, and you coming in legal rights of this witch or this wall. This person's practicing this stuff, giving you this kind of candy. Mm-hmm. Now you taking that stuff home, and you put that stuff into your body. Mm-hmm. Amen. And on top of that, Tom LaVaine said, out of his mouth, he was the ruler of the Church of Satan, right? Out of his mouth, he said, I want to thank every Christian parent for allowing their child to celebrate Halloween one time.
People who celebrate Halloween, you take part, you're giving yourself, your family, your friends access to seducing spirits. As soon as you like, oh, I'm about to go to a Halloween party. No, you're about to go to that party, you're about to have a good time, and you're also going to give seducing spirits to yourself and anybody else you come in contact with. Think about your children when you're taking part and you're dressing them up. Same thing.
The devil's holiday. It took Adam and Eve to lose everything because of one mistake. It took Esau one circumstance to lose his birthrights.
Yeah.
What would you?
I want to pause it for a second because there was a couple things that I wanted to touch on. Folks, you do not understand how easy it is to be manipulated until you've already suffered the consequence. This man talking about Halloween, and for some folks, you think Halloween is just one of those days where you get to dress up and play good cop, bad cop. You get to dress up as your favorite movie star, your favorite singer, and without even realizing what's going on, you're inviting in these demonic entities within your household to do as they will. The thing that I want to point out and I want to say, and I want to be very clear on where I stand with this. I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate with this part. The second that you lose your trust in someone, it completely changes how you look at them. It changes you physiologically, emotionally, mentally. When someone betrays your trust by lying to you, by cheating on you, by stepping on you in any type of way, it does something to you. There's a shift. And there's a reason behind those patterns. See, in order for you to be able to feel that type of negative energy, to know the difference between what it feels like to feel protected and safe and covered versus naked and unsure and uncertain, and in order to have any of these type of emotions come into effect at all, there has to be a divine energy, a divine spirit. There has to be something inside of you that gives you this. God is about being joyful and loving and kind. He gives us all of our emotions. We are able to discern and feel and connect and disconnect and feel highs and lows. There's so many things that we've never tapped into fully within ourselves that we probably never will. Our minds can go places that we've never gone. And he spoke astral projection and other things that he's done, just practicing these dark things. And it's like when you really think about it, when you go to sleep at night, you have dreams. I know I've had dreams. I don't have them like I used to, but you do dream. And some of your dreams are positive. Some of them are confusing. Some dreams you meet people that you've never seen before a day in your life. But how is it that your body can still live while your eyes are closed? How is it that you can still live an entire life that you never had before with your eyes closed? Your sleep, your body is shut down, but your heart is still pumping, your lungs are still pumping, you're still breathing, but you're just completely out. And you're seeing an entirely different world, a world that doesn't resemble any of what we're looking at, but is similar. Someone tell me I'm tripping. And I give you another one. I used to have sleep paralysis. I didn't know what the hell sleep paralysis was. I always was told that it's a witch on your back or some wild shit like that, because like when I would be sleeping, I would have the TV off. I would find myself not being able to move. And then when I would open my eyes, that's all I could do was open my eyes. And when I opened my eyes, it was just black and it just felt like something was pressing down on me. Scared the shit out of me for the longest time. But all of that to say, demons are real. The power that they possess is real. Just like angels are real. Just like you don't know how powerful you are in God until you actually have a relationship with Him, or a real one. And you're fighting and you're reading and you're getting the information, the proper information. I'm not talking about listening to life coaches and all that shit. I'm talking about getting the right information, the information that's going to free you and unlock your mind from the paradoxes of the bullshit that everybody is telling you to be the truth. Fuck reading everybody else's posts and comments. Fuck trying to fit in just to fit in. Do the research for yourself and figure out what's right and what's wrong. And then once you do that, you can't be deceived or played with like a toy. And a lot of us are being played with like a toy. That's why so many people are dead in the grave. They don't know themselves. They don't even know how to fucking love themselves. They don't even know how to identify as one gender or the other. Everything's out of whack. Everything is out of whack. 2024, everybody is more bold with the crazy. Everybody. You know it's real when babies are dying and they're airing this shit on social media. I'm seeing little kids, infants, being placed next to their parents because bombs fell on their countries, on their homes. Whole time, 300,000 miles away, there's somebody in their basement practicing some fucking voodoo. A shamala, shamala, somebody's chanting some crazy shit. You've never been around someone that was like, man, I wish this motherfucker would. I wish I can't stand. You know, that's just as bad as practicing voodoo. Or have you ever been around someone who likes to talk shit about people or gossip about people all the time? That's no different. When you speak certain things, I gotta get this out. When you speak certain things into the existence of this reality, whether you want to believe what you're doing is harmful or innocent or not, the truth of the matter is it is not innocent. It is very harmful. It has to go somewhere. Your words are not wasted. They go somewhere. And you're planting a seed of discord. And before you know it, you've blossomed and created something that you can't control anymore. And you're wondering, like, how the hell did this happen? Why this person looking at me funny? Why this person treat me like this? Why am I constantly getting this energy back? Maybe because you're a fucking idiot. Or you're so delusional and so stuck in your own ass that you can't see up from down and you think you just know every fucking thing. The whole time you being played the whole time. Oh, you ain't gotta tell me this. I know this. I know that. All right. So why this shit still happening to you? You listening to this music now? You want to get in traffic and be angry and have road rage, or you just ready for somebody to trigger you? But no, we not doing that. I ain't doing it. That's why for me, if anyone wants to argue or debate or go back and forth, if it's a healthy debate, we can do that. But if it becomes a banter of name calling and you're trying to stir up some type of discord where fists are flying and all this extra shit, I withdraw. You got it. You win. I'm weak. I'm a coward. Okay, whatever. Death, jail, or a repetitive cycle of headache, heartache, confusion, and distrust. That's all you get from running your mouth, gossiping about people, talking down to people, hindering people's purpose, stopping them in their tracks, influencing them to do some stuff that they wouldn't have done if you hadn't said nothing out your mouth. Yep. Encouraging some goofy stuff, all because you get some type of entertainment out of it. You ever wonder why the lyrics are the way they are in the music industry and why Taylor Swift and fucking Beyonce and all these people are so successful at what they do? Have you ever wondered why they bring in so much revenue? Ever ask yourself that truly? I think you know. I think most people really actually know why. And it's because for real, we're all carnal to a degree. A lot of us are very carnal. A lot of the stuff that they talk about, we romanticize and fantasize. Either we romanticize being the bad guy, being the guy or the woman who sucked and fucked their way to success, or you fantasize about having that one dude who would shoot and kill for you at a drop of a dime. He wore his pants half off his ass and he didn't take shit, but he was pretty decent, well put together, well spoken, but he was a badass. He didn't take shit. There's pieces of the truth what a lot of people do not want to acknowledge, and you don't have to. I already know what it is because I listen to the shit myself. When you listen to it and you pay and you take your hard earned money to fund these people's lifestyles, what you're really saying is that somewhere in your spirit and somewhere in your mind, you enjoy the shit that they talk about because either you want to live it or you fantasize about living it. But you don't want to talk about that or acknowledge that, right?
You bring that kind of curse into your house and curse your family from 3 to 4 generations. So when your kids is 5 and you think it's cool, you once you put a costume on someone, see the trick of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, they were made in the image of God. They were made in God's perfect image, right? The devil tricked them with sin and changed their identity.
Yeah.
And once you put the costume on the kid, I don't care if you dress him up as Noah, I don't care if you dress him up as Abraham. Once you put this costume on Halloween, the birthright of Halloween, you're changing your kid's identity. The purpose of the destiny has been canceled unless you renounce it and bring it back. Wow. That is the trick of the devil.
1 Corinthians 10:21. You cannot drink of the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. You cannot partake of the table of the Lord and the table of demons. Ephesians 5:11. Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them.
Here's a hard one, ladies. Get ready. In the Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and also it's in the removed books. The Most High God and our Savior actually talk about witchcraft and sorcery being makeup and lashes. So, ladies, every single morning you put on makeup and lashes, you're giving access to some spirits. If Satan's the deceiver, what is he going to do? He's going to dress it up as a tradition, like the other things we've just been talking about, making sure it's okay, and no one knows.
That's why they put the lashes and the makeup on to.
Ain't that some crazy shit though? Would you ever really even go that far down the rabbit hole to discover that? Could you really just imagine just knowing the truth that all of this extra stuff that you putting on your face, all of these holidays that you celebrate that are so unceremonious, these traditions that you try to create, all of that stuff came from an entirely different influence other than yourself. That's scary to me. I don't know about anybody else, but to have this idea that the stuff that I thought that I was doing because I wanted to do it was not actually because I wanted to do it. It was because demonic energies and entities were the ones behind the whole setup in the first place. The whole time you think that it's you doing it. Oh, I got my life in order. I know exactly how I want to do this. I know exactly where I want to go. I know who I need to talk. The whole time it's not even you. But because it's the thoughts that's inside of your head, you think that those are your thoughts. Because I mean, it's your body, right? How can there be other voices talking to you other than your own voice? That's where people get this whole thing fucked up. There are other voices. There's other things speaking to you. And if you don't recognize which one is which, you can be derailing your entire call or delaying it for seasons. And I've delayed mine for a number of seasons doing the same exact things. Landon, salutes to you, brother. I just got to be honest. every conversation is not going to be pleasant in the eye of the viewer. Everyone is not going to believe in what I'm talking about or want to hear what I'm talking about, and it's fine. I've already made peace with that. The challenges of talking about something that's uncomfortable to people who aren't ready to move the veil. It is what it is. But see, if no one talks about it, what's going to happen? What are we going to get? It's just going to be a constant evolution of misery and deception and lies. And you're going to be still clinging to people that you should have walked away from a long time ago. There's people that's in your life right now that you probably need to leave alone, but you can't see past what your eyes are showing you. There's things that you should be doing right now in your own life that you're not doing because you're avoiding certain things. Why do you think you're avoiding what you're avoiding? What's stopping you? What is telling you that you're not good enough? What's telling you to cling and hold on to the wrong things? Who is your influence? What voices are you listening to? These are questions we need to ask ourselves. So I'm not telling nobody what to listen to, who to listen to. You can do as you wish. You can move how you please. I want the best for everybody. I am not a hater. I want to see everybody do good and be in a better space than they are. If you want lies, this isn't the place. If you really want the truth, just like me, share it. I'm here for it. Scold me. Tell me what I need to hear. I am not too big or opposed to learning something new. I will never be too humble to listen to someone else. I don't even listen to myself most of the time. I'm harder on myself than anyone else telling me anything. Something to think about. Something to think about. Before we close out, I want to give a shout out to Greg. I want to give a shout out to Landon, everybody who came into the live tonight. Sly Hagashi, the artist who is at the intro of this stream tonight after hours. Stay tuned. Soon I will be having Mr. Rogers up here at some point with his poetry and everything. I'm at a place where I want to show love to everybody. This is bigger than me. And I intend to continue on this road, Lord willing, until I can't. But I wanted to share this one. I had this clip for about a week now, and I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it in a recap pre-recorded or I was going to do it live. And I felt like I just needed to go ahead and do it live. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. We'll be back Tuesday, Thursday, and after hours, Saturdays, same time, same place. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let the people know we got things we got to get together on. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being played and being lied to and being used. I am not a playboy. You'll see me back on. Yeah. If you follow me, I follow you back. Guaranteed. But you guys enjoy the rest of your night. If you need to reach me, you know how. DM me, email me. I'm always responding. No one that has ever contacted me has ever waited for me to get back to them longer than a day, if that. And if it's that long, it's because I just got life going on. But I'm out. You have a blessed evening. This is Assembly of Excellence.